channel. Today's video is going to be just kind of a get ready with me. I've already primed my face, moisturized, and put my foundation on just to kind of cut time. So I'm just going to get right into the tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of concealer to prime my eyelids just to cancel out any redness or veins or anything instead of using a primer. So I've just got the Master Conceal, the new one, by Maybelline, and I'm going to use that to set my eyelids. I'm just going to use these two light shades in my Basics palette and just highlight right under the brow. Okay, next I'm going to take a fluffy brush and go into this neutral brown and just kind of use that as a transition shade on my crease. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo. This is the color Inked in Pink. It's like a pink shimmer. This is just I'm just gonna use my ring finger and lay this down on my eyelid. And what this is gonna do is just kind of make a base for the pink eyeshadow that I'm gonna put on, so that it'll be more saturated and colorful. Sometimes the wash of pink or whatever you're using isn't like potent, I guess is the word to put it. So I'm just going to lay this down and then put shadow on top, and that's really going to saturate that color, make it strong. Sometimes the words I use aren't correct, but that's okay because I know what I'm saying. And I understand. The kids laugh at me all the time. They're like, "Mom, do you know what that means?" It's okay. Everybody else knows. Okay, so let me see here. Which color do I want to use? I'm going to go in with the color Buzz. It's right here. Can you see? Right on my eyelids. It's like a pink sparkly shade. Again, the pinks are so pretty for blue and green eyes. And even the brown eyes. Any color with this shadow palette would be pretty. So once we have that, and you can just see how much the pink just pops after using that color tattoo on the eye first. In the palette, in the Naked 3 palette, there's a matte mauve. It's called Limit right here. I'm going to use that and just take that right between the pink shimmer and the brown color that I used earlier, just to blend in. Okay, next I'm going to take on a pencil brush the darkest color in this palette is called Blackheart. It's like a metallic-y burgundy black almost. I'm going to take that right in the lash line on the edge, on the outer corner, and just kind of smoke that up and make more of a dramatic eye. I'm going to lay that down right there at the edge. It almost looks like I'm extending my lash line. And then that will kind of help me later. I'm going to do a winged liner for you. That'll help me kind of have a guide for my wing that I want to follow. And any mistakes I've made with my shadow, I haven't done my concealer yet, so we can clean that line up in a minute with the concealer. So it'll be fine. And I'm just kind of blending that up so that it's not harsh. I think I want to take a little bit more right here. changed my mind. I wanted to add some more drama. Just darken that outer V right there. That's the fun part with makeup. It's your eyes, it's your makeup, it's your face. You can do whatever you want to do. Some days at work I go in and I'm all drama, and some days I look like everyday Jane. They just don't know who's coming to work. But I mean, I have fun every morning. That's the whole point, is creating. I never do the same look twice. Or I'll think, oh, I like this look, I'm going to do this tomorrow, and then I do something different because there's just too many options. So I'm going to go in with a clean brush with more of a neutral shade and just kind of blend out that top so that there's no harshness. This is my new brush I got in my Ipsy bag from Crown. I'm really liking it. Okay. So, next we will go to, I think we'll do eyeliner next. And I grabbed, eyeliner is so hard to do to zoom in, so I'm just going to try my best. Today I'm going to use the NYC eyeliner liquid. I've been liking this because it's more of like a paintbrush, so you can get right up next to the lash line. And I'm just going to hold a mirror and go, I start in the middle. I did my line in the middle, and then I decided that I'm going to do my wing first because I want my eyes to be the same. So I'm going to make just my leg coming up. Look at them. Make sure they look the same. Which I got lucky and they did, because some days it's not. And then I'm just going to start from the edge and bring it across. I like a wing because it looks like your lashes are extended up. Kind of makes the illusion. So I'm not going to take that line down in the middle because I like that bare. I want to just start and kind of fade and then do the wing. So I'm going to move over to this side. And liner just, it takes practice. Every day, I mean, some days are good and some days I might have a wing this big because I kept adding onto it because I couldn't get it right. The battle is getting them the same. See, and they're not the same. Pooped. Don't you hate when that happens? This one's thicker and this one's all pretty and fanned out. But I'm going to show you how I fix that in a minute. Because nobody's perfect. I've got my Telescopic mascara that I talked about in my... which video? I talked about using, oh, the one I regret buying. This is the mascara that has the small wand that does everything that I like. I'm going to just put that on the top lashes. I'm not going to put it on the bottom lashes yet because I'm going to do my concealer in a minute and I want to wait and put the mascara on after that. But I just like this, the brush is real small and rubber and it just adds length and you can get right up at the lash line and it separates the lashes good. I'm going to go ahead and move on to contour. I have this little palette, it's called the Brow Bar to Go. It's a little, the wax and the light brown and the cool brown, but I like to use the dark brown for my contour because it's a cool toned. So it's a brow powder, but it works good for bronzer. So it's not really a bronzer, it's a contour powder, because the bronzer is going to warm the face up. The contour adds that cool tone shade right in your cheek socket, you know, just to your cheek socket. I don't even know if that's a real thing. Just to add that shadow, you're creating that shadow right there that makes it look like your cheek is higher. I don't know how to explain it. And I have a contour or a angled face brush that I like that's kind of small. And I'm just adding that shadow right in that cheekbone to make my face look, it just brings it in. I'm going to add that to the temples. It helps with larger foreheads to create a shadow and bring the forehead in. Okay, so you can get at Walgreens or Walmart or something. It's the Qtip Precision Tips. They come to a point on the end, and they're perfect for cleaning up mistakes, anything. You could even use this in eyeshadow and take that around your lash line on your lower lashes if you don't have like a pencil brush. Then I just have the Equate oil-free eye makeup remover. I don't want to put too much on this because it's oily and it will, I just don't want a lot. So I usually dip it down in the thing, and then I kind of bring it to more to a point and try to take some of that moistness off, I guess. And then I'm just going to take that right up. Let me get my mirror. I'm going to take that right up under that eyeliner and just make that line sharper. And it's just thinning that out and creating that sharp edge that I want. And, you know, before I said it was too fat. That's what this is doing. I'm thinning it out. It's just an easy way to fix your eyeliner. So now they're the same. Next we're going to do the concealer. So I'm going to use the Master Conceal by Maybelline. Just a little dab. And I'm going to take that on my ring fingers. Bring that under my eyes. And just doing this step, adding this, I feel like then at that point, I feel like my makeup kind of comes together because I can tell the look by then. I don't know if that makes sense. So I don't know how many of you watch YouTube videos or have a YouTube channel. I have a channel that I just subscribe to people and I watch their videos, and it's almost like a Facebook page feed, like your news feed, the videos that they post, and then I go through and pick what ones I want to watch, and it's so much fun. That's my like downtime in the evening before bed, is some of my favorite beauty gurus and makeup artists. They have so many good tips and tricks, and I think I'm going to do a video on some of my favorites to recommend, because there's such good beauty, just artists out there that have great tips to pass on, and it's just fun to watch them. They're different personalities all over the world that they live, and it's just really interesting. I tried to get my mom to create a channel, and she's like, I don't want to post any videos. I said, no, you just subscribe, and then you just go through and watch their videos, kind of like your Facebook. So I'm going to take a loose powder and set that concealer. And I haven't set my face yet either, so I'm going to go ahead and do that all at once. But I'm going to take my beauty blender and dip it down in the powder and just kind of go right under the eye there. Okay. I'm really liking that eyeliner. It turned out really good. So I'm going to take a pencil brush and go into that Naked 3 palette, and I'm going to go under my lash line and add some of that mauve to the lash line just to intensify the color. And by putting that color right there at the lash line, that's just going to make your eye color pop even more. I used to think, you know, you didn't want to put dark color there at the under eye. You're going to make your dark circles even darker, and these are kind of like the old wives' tales of makeup, but really with you concealing and covering, and this is just enhancing the eye color. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my mascara on my bottom lashes. My eyes are done. I've got my concealer set. I haven't set my face yet, so I'm going to take my Expert Face Brush by Real Techniques. And I encourage you, if you don't have many face brushes, Real Techniques brushes are really good, and they're not that expensive, and they have I got too much powder. They have quite a few to pick from. You can get them at Walgreens. Sephora or Ulta has a few more to choose from than the drugstore, but they're really good brushes, and I wash them. I'll show you sometime in a video how I wash my brushes to keep them clean. Sometimes I like to add my lips before my blush because I can kind of get a gauge on how much blush I need. If my lip is really bright, I'm not going to want to put that much blush on to kind of counteract that color. So I'm going to do my lips first and then go back in with my blush. I've got the lip liner from Jordana. This is Rock and Rose. And I'm just going to outline and fill in the lip. But I'm going to show you how I like to make my lips look fuller. So once I have that drawn in, I'm going to go in with a, this is by Loreal, Laze in the Maze. This is their color Riche Balm. This is more of like a hot coral color, but if I apply that just right in the middle of my lip, it's just going to make my lip look plumper. I just take it and go right in the middle. And you're just kind of creating a shadow on the edge from that lip liner, and then it gets lighter in the middle. And then it just kind of creates a thicker lip almost. I've really been liking that, this though, to use that in the middle to create that dimension look. So now I'm going to do blush. I have a Milani blush I bought. This is in Tea Rose. It's their new blushes. These are really pretty, and they stay on all day. Like, a lot of times you put blush on and then like at lunchtime I go and I have no color to my cheeks. But I really like the Milani. So I'm just going to go in with a powder brush, small face brush, and just take this right here to the apple and kind of sweep that back. Okay. Okay. I think that's it. Came together really well. Sometimes I sit down and don't know what I'm doing. But I really like these eye tattoos, the Color Tattoos by Maybelline. They have some matte ones. I have at least 10 of them. They just act as a great base for your eyeshadow. I really like these. So anyway, if you have any questions, just holler at me, and I will see you next time.